Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I am Muhammad Abdullah Murad Chaudhary, Senior Lecturer, Department of Agriculture Studies, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. Let's go for today's online lecture. Dear students, first couple of minutes I'll talk about how you write practical notebook. So if you have a look, this is the first page of your practical notebook or copy where you find the contents first, and the contents looks like a table. Here you can find the serial number, date, name of the experiment, page number, and initial remarks. So you have to fill up the date and name of the experiment serially, and the page number as well, from how to where, and initial remarks. This will not belongs to you. Teachers will fill up this part after examine the practical copy. Next, you have a look. This is the page where you can find your practical notebook. Here you can observe that there is two pages. One is left hand side and the other one is right hand side. Make sure nothing will write in the left hand side. Keep this left hand side page always blank. If you observe that the right hand side page is name of the experiment, where you can find experiment number, page number, and date. And if you have a look, the page is full of margin. That means one page is without margin and the other page is with margin. So make sure you will not anything on the left hand side where there will be no margin. So make sure you write everything here on the margin page, and the picture, draw the picture here as well. And make sure you write the draw the pictures with pencil, and mark that picture as well with pencil. And when you start writing, then use black pen or blue pen, but make sure is use the black pen, and you can use the blue highlighter. Do not use any type of green a red or green color pen. Here is the picture of a page where you can find that is already filled up with the writings. You have to follow this writing when you do the practical copy. So here you write down the practical notebook, name of the experiment. Here is the experiment name, number, page number, and the date, and you start writing here. I'm telling you again, do not write anything on the left hand side. Next, if you have a look, here is the another page where you can find the draw the picture. So when you draw the picture, again you have to draw the picture on the right hand side page where with margin. Do not write anything here. So this is how you will start your practical copy. Name of the experiment: identification of soil by analyzing the nature and characteristics of soil. And this is the first experiment of your class. First of all, we have to write down and understand the principle of this experiment. This is very important to know about the collection of soil sample and its conservation to acquire knowledge about which crop grows better in which soil. If we do not know this, then we will not producing expected production, or we cannot get expected production from the soil. So what will be the objectives of the soil or objectives of this experiment? First, to determine the productivity of land, and then to make desirable soil texture, and then to select the crop. That means when you select any crops, that means If you do not select properly, then your expected production will be not desired, or you can not able to get. Then required materials, that means what materials or ingredients we need to do this experiment. First of all, we need the soil sample, that means soil. Then wash bottled filled with definitely pure water. Then spade, kurpi or nirani, then polybag, and then paper, and then pencil, and last one is practical notebook definitely. First of all, I'll discuss about different types of soil. So if you have a look here, there will be main soil is sand, silt and clay. So if you have a look, the sand looks like, make sure different types of sands color is different in different place due to the presence of acid and alkaline. So this is how your sands looks like, and this is the close microscopic view where the particle size is 0.05 millimeter to 2 millimeter, and silt's color is looks like here, and the microscopic view will be 0.002 millimeter to 0.05 millimeter, and then clay soil where is less than 0.002 millimeter. This is how it looks like, but it depends on the different part of the region due to the presence of acidic and alkaline, that means soil pH. And here is the different color of different soil, like clay soil where you have a look, the color is reddish in color due to the presence of acidic, where you can cultivate sunflower, cabbage, broccoli and their relative is like this type of soil. Then loamy soil, little bit it blackish, where basil, apples, cabbage and other plants like this type of soil. And make sure loamy soil is the best for all type of crop cultivation. This is peat or peat soil where you can camellias, this type of crops. Then saline but salty soil where you can find lots of salt in the soil. You can find this soil in the coastal region. Then sandy soil as well you can find in the coastal region, and silty soil you can find in the river side as well. Where is the different soil in different region as well, like sand in little bit organic matter, silt and clay. In this type of soil you can find in the alkaline region as well. Here is the clay soil color, loamy soil color, sandy soil color and seed soil color. So this is the different types of soil. So what will be the procedure to do this practical way, where you can find collection and preservation of soil sample? First you have to do these steps, where we collect soil sample from 5 different places of the land with the help of a spade. Then we collect of soil filling in the polybag, then weight the soil and keep in the polybag as well. And then we wrote the following information in the polybag. Definitely we have to write this down, where number of soil sample, then date of collection, then sample collection places, you can where you collect, that means we collect from the master college. Then soil color, if the soil color is gray you can write it down gray. If the soil color is reddish, then you have to write it reddish like this. Next point is identification of different types of soil. So how you identify this name of the soil? First take a handful soil First, take a handful soil on a palm from the soil sample. Add few drops of water, about 10 to 12 milliliter in it, and try to make ball like this. If you have a look, this is the draw picture from your copy, and this is the colorful picture. So you collect the soil and take the soil and try to make the ball in the palm. Next, then try to give the soil the shape of a small ball or a straight knob, circle, triangle, etc. Because if the sample small ball cannot be made, the soil sample will be sandy. That means we know that we cannot make a ball with the sand soil or sandy soil where you find near the seaside. Next, if the small balls can be made but large balls cannot be made, the soil sample will be loamy soil, because we know that we cannot make large balls with the loamy soil. Next, if ring can be made, the soil sample will be clay soil. That means when you can make a circle or a ring, that means the soil should be clay soil. If the ring with the cracks can be made, the soil sample should be clay loam soil. That means mix up with the clay and loamy soil. If the ribbon makes down during making, the soil sample will be sandy loam soil. That means when you can make the ribbon, that soil will be sandy loam soil. If ribbon can be made with the soil but ring cannot be made, the soil sample will be loamy and silty. Now observation. So what would be the soil? Small balls can be made from the soil sample, but large cannot be made. So the type of soil sample will be loamy soil. Here you have a look. This is the soil in your palm. Add small amount of water to a small handful of soil, working to form a bolus. So try to make ball. The ball is at the appropriate moisture content when the bolus surface just gesture. Then squeeze between thumb and forefinger to form a ribbon 7 long. That means you can make a ribbon with the soil. That means the soil is clay. If the soil is 1 centimeter long, that means the soil will be sand soil. But our soil was small balls can be from the soil sample, but large cannot be made. So the type of soil sample is loamy soil. At last, you have to follow some precautions to do this experiment, which is carefully observe the topography and situation of the land before soil. Then collect a soil from fallow land or under tree besides road. Collect a soil from accurate depth. The soil of the plot was not wet or muddy. You have to make sure of this, otherwise your all experiment will be uh, destroy. Then collect small, at least 5 to 7 weeks before application of fertilizer in the land. So if you collect the soil with application, that time your experiment will be give abnormal result. To determine till depth, inserted the plow to the depth at which it could go, and then dried the soil somewhat at room temperature. So collect the soil and leave it on the at the room. Then you do the uh, experiment. So now this is all about your today's experiment. And now next you will observe how you will write exactly in the practical copy. So if you have a look, this is your practical copy. At the first I already talked about how you write the practical copy. Left side will be empty, nothing will be written down here. Or where you find the margin, that time you should be written here, like name of the experiment, experiment number, page number, and the date. Make sure the practical will be right in the black point color pen. This is the another page of the continuation of this experiment, and there you can see the draw the picture. So do not write anything on the left hand side, everything will be the right side, and marking as well. And then this is the last page of this experiment. So when you write it down, if there is any figure in between this, then you can draw the figure in between the page number. For example, if your or experiment is 3 pages, then you first page write down the experiment start, second page you can draw the picture, then you rest of the page will be writing. So this is all about the experiment today.
My dear students, thank you very much for watching today's online lecture. If you got any problem, contact your subject teacher. They must help you, and stay safe and stay home. Thank you very much.